What's going on, everybody? David Gokhshtein here from Gokhshtein Media, sitting here with Dirk, the founder of xSPECTAR. We had one of these sessions last month, and we're having it right now. Dirk, how's it going?
Fine. Busy as usual.
How busy?
Extremely busy. We have spoken to the team, and there will be only one day off. It's Christmas Day, and for me, it won't be too exciting because I will be in a flight from Europe to LA. So,
Not bad. What are you doing in LA? Is it something about xSPECTAR, or is it just finally taking a break?
I packaged it as a break for my girlfriend, and my son of 8 will accompany me. But actually, and I have to be careful because they don't really know, but I have quite a few meetings regarding xSPECTAR. We are meeting up with some other projects, XRPL community members, XRP lovers. So we are organizing something in LA. And we have some meetings with some businesses that could be interested in using the xSPECTAR verse as well, mostly real estate oriented. So property developers, real estate brokers that are interested in to see what we are building and how they can use it for commercial use and to offer to their clients as well.
So when you approach, sticking to that, when you approach some of your friends within the real estate business and you tell them about xSPECTAR and obviously the properties that you can potentially own in the ecosystem, what's their reaction? Do you have any pushback? Anybody giggles, or does do you have the giggles, or do you have also the people that jump at it and say, "Oh man, I get that and I want to learn more about it"?
Well, I have one good contact. He's a big property developer, and he started reading books about metaverses and tokenizing assets and stuff. So he's very excited. Most people in Europe are quite careful. They don't really get it. They don't know how or what. The most people in the US are quite easy to excite, and the people I will be meeting are big people in LA and surroundings in property development, and they see the potential. They see the potential of using our metaverse to display their properties, brokers as well. And we're talking about houses $50 million plus. So I think we can bring some added value to them as well.
Right now, where do you stand with, and I know there's a hard-hitting question, but where do you stand with Ripple now? Has anybody, since we had Twitter Spaces, obviously I joined in, a lot of people joined into that space. It was a big space, people were talking. You had somebody from Ripple there, I guess, who's a representative of Ripple, or kind of talks to them. Has there been any dialogue ever since, stating like, hey, we see the community, we see how it's grown, we see how much you've invested into your project? Have they reached out? Anything? Any replies back?
No, not really. I have to say that we didn't give up for sure. And we have been in touch with quite a few people that work there or worked there. So we have our strategy, and we are in touch with some people. Most of them tell us that they are not on the team that makes any decisions, but we are getting noticed for sure. And the reason why I will be in LA is that San Francisco is very close by. So yeah, that's all I can say.
Do you have other projects that are contacting you now, not only from, not projects that aren't just based on XRPL? Are there other projects that are trying to contact you to, at least try to form a relationship with you, a partnership, to go ahead and have two ecosystems meet together, or no?
Yeah, I just had a meeting, by the way, a couple of hours ago with somebody from the HBAR community, a community that is closely linked to the XRP community, I guess. We have had some contacts within the Flare community, also closely related community-wise. Some people from Avalanche and other chains. So I think that yes, we get lots of requests as well. It's even difficult to answer all of them. So my apologies to some of them. But yeah, we get lots of requests for all kinds of collaborations. For us now, it's key to focus on what we are building, and we're very happy and we like that people are reaching out to us, and we're always open to do any collaboration possible. But most of them are quite technical implementations of each other's avatars in each other's metaverses and stuff, and we simply don't have the time to focus on that for now. But we keep open all the lines with everybody that's reaching out to us.
You said something interesting before we came on to do this meeting, where other protocols have about 5 to 10 people on their staff. How many people do you have on your staff?
Well, we just did a count, and without influential people or KOLs, as they say it, so only people working on the project, it's just below 70. So that's quite a bit. The staff on Yoga Labs is also about 70. So,
And you're doing this all through a bear market, obviously. You've really launched at the perfect time, and I'm being sarcastic right now. You've launched and you've ended, xSPECTAR with the mint out and all that stuff. You've done it through a bear market with all the collapses, with the FTXs, with the who else? With the Lunas, with the
Celsius.
Celsiuses, everybody. And you were able to go ahead and do everything, to ride it out and have the community support you. And obviously the XRP community is phenomenal. So they've always shown support, but you have more people now coming into the community or to your ecosystem outside from the XRP community, correct? I mean, it's not just XRP anymore.
Well, there are quite a lot of eyes on us, and especially with exchange listings. We started out 1st of April. We really got going around the 1st of May. So in less than 8 months, 9 months, 8 months, we have about 9 centralized exchange listings. So we've been working hard. We call December listing month. So tomorrow we have a new listing coming up, and next week as well. So 9 listings in less than 9 months. I think that's pretty good. All on decent exchanges, by the way.
Are they all reaching out to you, or are you reaching out to them?
Well, now we have some reaching out to us. In the beginning, it was us reaching out to them, and of course, the FTX disaster is a bit of a gift as well, because all these exchanges are looking to onboard serious projects. And one good advice for other projects that want to get listed, it is the time to negotiate with them, of course. So I think it's a good thing to get that visibility and get visibility within their communities, and try to attract more people towards our project. And of course, when the markets would change, we are all set, and we will be having our token available on quite a few of them. Next year will be tier 1 listings.
If you're a project and you want somebody to negotiate for you, I think you should contact Dirk, because Dirk will continue to negotiate until you're blue in the face. Listen, that's a compliment. Since I have you on here, what are you most excited? Before I lead into another question that I have on my mind, you're a thought leader. What's the most exciting thing that you have coming out Q1 2023? What are you most excited for? Like, I know what I'm excited for, in terms of my company coming out with something. What's your biggest what's the most exciting thing that you have coming out that you can't wait and you want to announce it and you want to just talk and brag about it?
Well, I have my best thoughts come at night, and a couple of nights ago I had an interesting idea which I shared with my team, and they were quite excited as well. So we have the community hall, the XS community hall, which is like the art gallery, digital art center. It's ready, but of course, it's like episode 1 of the metaverse. How will we put it at use? I was like contacted by a friend of mine, and he displayed his collection of NFTs in some kind of virtual digital art gallery. And it looked nice. It gave a nice feeling, but it was like very simple, and ours is way better. So what we will launch very soon is a downloadable link to the Unreal Engine environment that we created, where people can upload their own collection of NFTs and walk around in the environment, get the feeling of what we are building, how it looks. They can record it, they can use it for their own benefit to promote their NFTs and display it, showcase it. So we hope that that will be a success, and that lots of people will use it. Of course, when they upload their own NFTs, there will be some fixed places where xSPECTAR and our other project Combat Kanga is always displayed. So it will get us quite a bit of exposure as well. That's one of the things that excite me, is to really see what we built being used. And then the next thing is, of course, our CTO has been working really hard with his team on creating the backend of the marketplace. Again, we will do it in steps. Our first thing is that we will implement it on our own website, and we will have the native xSPECTAR website, where it's which will probably be the best place to sell and buy your xSPECTAR NFTs. And the next step is that we will put it available to other projects, and that we will launch our own marketplace as well, which will be at first mainly XRPL focused, but we will have the possibility to link other wallets as well, to include HBAR, Avalanche, probably MetaMask will be one of the wallets that we can link. So even ETH and Sol and whatever NFTs could be listed. And there will be some unique feature. I think that we will have to diverse from projects that are linked to one chain, and that we will have a system which is quite unique, where a project can be chain agnostic, and that people can mint the NFT of the project they like on the chain they prefer. Which will also mean that NFTs would be transferable between chains. No bridging with us. We think it's a serious security risk. What we will do is we will burn the NFT on a certain chain and reissue it on another chain. That's something that's very technical. I'm not a developer, as you know, but it's an interesting perspective because it's unique. There is no marketplace that's doing that. And then another thing is that we discussed, of course, what we are building is costing quite a bit of money, and we're looking into steady revenue streams, and we've invested lots and lots of money in things that are not directly metaverse related, in Discord bots, Twitter bots, the backend of the marketplace, and so on and so on. We have good contacts with all the exchanges we're listed on, with the market makers we're working with. So what we will do is we will create some kind of xSPECTAR incubation thing, where starting projects, again, mainly focused on the XRPL at start, but where projects can use everything we have built, and they get full support of the xSPECTAR community, of the xSPECTAR project, and we will put all those tools at use for them.
That's awesome. And thank you very much for elaborating on that question that I posed. And my last one is essentially, what do you think of, and this is a little bit off, it's off topic here. What do you think, but it's still in our industry, what do you think about all the FUD that's happening with Binance and CZ? What are your thoughts? Because I've seen you talk about it on Twitter. You know, I think people know my thoughts. I think it's complete BS, but you know, I think people at times don't like to see people succeed. They like to go ahead and, you know, chop their legs off because they couldn't accomplish something like that. But what are your thoughts about, you know, all this FUD being directed towards Binance and CZ?
Well, I think I mostly agree with you. I think that self-custody is very smart in crypto, and everybody should keep that in mind. but I'm not really worried. And I hope we are right, by the way, because it would be a blow for the industry, of course, and probably the biggest we've seen. So I'm not worried at all. I've met CZ in Brussels a couple of months ago. We mainly spoke about metaverses, by the way, because Binance is interested in metaverse projects. And I'm quite confident, but again, we can't predict the future. I still think that my funds are safe on Binance.
That's awesome. I'm with you on that. You know, I think the community needs to do better. Focus on building rather than being a bunch of yentas running around and, you know, spreading FUD for no reason. Our industry gets attacked already as it is. It's time for us to all come together. And obviously, you're doing big things with xSPECTAR. I know, obviously, we have a working relationship here with G Media and you guys, but you guys have built a tremendous product, unlike, you know, other supposed metaverse projects that go out there and say, hey, look at us, and you tune into them and they hardly work. So all talk but no action, but you're the other way around. Action,
One
and
of
then
the
you talk
things
a
is,
lot.
David, that we did it all ourselves without any help from anybody. We have a big team, hardworking people, and our goal was not to get VC funds in or whatever by selling IDs. I think that in the past 8 months, we have a proven track record of community building, of marketing, of growth in general, listings, keeping our word, building trust, and that's what we will keep on doing. And I think that 2023 will be the year of tier 1 exchanges, will be the year of VC funding, and I think that we have a very good shot at making that happen, because what we have done until now, if I look at lots of other metaverse projects, I think that we have more than most of them. And in the coming weeks, we will show more as well. I just had a meeting this morning with a Brazilian team that's working on the assets. One of the things is we don't buy any asset from Epic, Unreal, or whatever. So everything in our metaverse, from a plant, a chair, everything has been built by ourselves in-house from scratch. Which is a big asset in the future, of course, because we own all the rights on what we create. That's something that we have to keep in mind as well.
That's awesome. Well, I appreciate you sitting down. I know you're busy, so I appreciate you taking the time out to sit down with me here today to discuss, you know, and update the community on what's happening and what's coming. I know everybody always, the question is always, what's happening in quarter 1 of 2023. I think you gave a really good answer to that. I'm excited to see what unfolds, and, you know, regardless, I'm rooting to go ahead and see xSPECTAR go ahead and, you know, become what I think it'll become on the XRP Ledger, and that is the next dominant player in this space. Again, Dirk, thank you. The founder of xSPECTAR, Dirk, I really appreciate your time.
Thank you, David.
Have a good one. Enjoy yourself.
Likewise. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Disclaimer, nothing in this video is financial advice. It is just educational material, not financial advice.